What is up, guys? The LA Gamer here, and today I am bringing you guys episode 30, my Madden 16 fantasy draft franchise featuring the Seattle Seahawks. Now in today's episode we are going up against the New York Giants. Now before we hop into this game, before we hop into this commentary, let me give a quick little shout out to another series I got going on, which is my Madden 16 subscriber online league. If you are an online Madden player and you love playing Madden and you have the PS4, I would really appreciate it if you added me or checked out that video and commented on it, so I can add you guys to the league and so you guys can play with me. But either way, let's hop into this game. It's going to start off with a bang, as right here Mike Lennon is going to throw an 82-yard bomb to some unknown receiver on the left side here. I believe this might be one of the rookie receivers they picked up in the past couple of years. Either way, they get a bomb going right there, right off the get-go, and it wasn't a very good job from our defense, obviously, and it's pretty disappointing because we had him to 3rd and 12 on that play. But either way, we're going to come back here and try to play pretty strong. Now, of course, Odell is going to try to showcase his skills in this game because, of course, he's going up against his old team, which is the New York Giants. Now, as you have probably already noticed, we have Ryan Mallett coming out of the quarterback position, and you guys are probably wondering what the reasoning for that is, and that's kind of the basis of a lot of this video, is how our season has basically completely changed just in a couple of weeks. So typically, I like to sim every 2 or 3 weeks in between games at this point. And in that 2 or 3 week sim, most recently, Jameis Winston has gone down with an Achilles tear, not Achilles tear. And because of that, he is out for the rest of the season. Now, I know that's depressing, but first off, let's get a little bit hyped here, as Kevin White's going to get a crazy spin move to move it down the left sideline and get just an unbelievable touchdown. Now, Kevin White, I moved him to the number 2 receiving spot in my receiving core. And I think there's obvious reasons as to why I did that. I mean, just watch him play. This dude is a beast. I literally love everything about him as a player. And he's probably, if maybe not Odell, he is probably my favorite receiver in my receiving core, at least recently. He has just been having a knack. He has like a nose for the end zone right now. He just, every single play, every time we get him in the open field, he has just a great ability to be able to take that ball into the end zone. But what I mainly wanted to discuss, as you know, before I got on that huge tangent, Jameis Winston is out with an Achilles tear. That is going to, without a doubt, sideline him for the rest of the season. That's a 38-week injury, if I remember correctly. So he's out for all of this season and possibly even a partial of next season. So that doesn't ruin our chances. Now let's put into consideration that we still have a great cast of supporting pieces on the offensive end of the ball, and we have a very dominant defense that averages opponents to less than 20 points a game, towards 15 or so. So our defense is very impressive. And I think we still can make the play. I mean, we're obviously still going to make the playoffs. It's right here. We're 10-3 going into this game, so you guys know my record. So we're going to make the playoffs. That's not the issue, but I still think we can win the Super Bowl. I just think it got a hell of a lot more difficult within just a couple of games, because playing without Jameis is going to get very, very interesting. I don't really know how Ryan Mallett can fare, especially in playoff time. I don't really know if he's ever really started the game. Nonetheless, a playoff game, so I don't really know what to expect from him in a clutch situation like that. But right here, as you can see, he's doing a pretty nice job. Now, he hasn't been playing absolutely out of his mind so far, but he has been able to move downfield. He's shown off his running skills a little bit. The only issue of the whole game is going to happen right here on this play. Is right here. We do get hit. We toss it up, and this wasn't even necessarily his fault. The offensive line did break down on that play, and he just tried to throw it away, and sadly he got knocked up in the air, and they were able to pick that one off. Luckily for us, Jamal Charles has a relatively decent amount of wheels to actually be able to track down that defender. It doesn't end up making a whole lot of difference, though. It's right here. That man is going to tiptoe his way into the back of the end zone, and that's going to be their 3rd touchdown of the game to go up 21-10. So, not a very good sign here. We're going to try to get some points on the board, and we are going to do just that. Right here, Kevin White's going to catch it over the middle, move down the right sideline, and the safety is not going to be able to catch up to him. That's going to be Kevin White's 2nd touchdown of the game, 2nd touchdown in the first half, both of which have been like over 70-yard touchdowns. So yeah, Kevin White is going off this game. Let's just point out the obvious is right there. Kevin White's doing a phenomenal job. So moving on to this next one, you see we're going to get a nice little pass over to Ladarius Green on that left side to move it down to our 37-yard line. We're, of course, going to try to continue to move down. Right here, we're going to throw it over to Kevin White once again. Now, Kevin White's going to finish with only about 4 catches. He doesn't get a crazy amount of receptions this game for the most part. It was just kind of those big plays that kind of highlighted his whole game. But for the most part, those 2 catches are really what highlighted our whole offense in totality, because he basically led our offense in this game. Kevin White just did a phenomenal job, and it's kind of funny to think now that I kept him out of the lineup for so long just because his overall was a little bit low. But in reality, he's probably the most dominant receiver that I have besides Odell and maybe Jaquaylin Russell. Emmanuel Sanders, however, has been moved down to the slot receiver spot, and if I do end up liking Jaquaylin Russell a little bit more, it is fully possible Emmanuel Sanders won't even be a top 3 receiver for me. As right here, Christine Michael, one of the most dominant backup running backs in the league with an 88 overall, going to manage to drive in there for the touchdown. It's a little bit weird. He has developed all the way to an 88 overall. I know it's ridiculous, but that's our backup running back that's an 88 overall. He's a total monster too. Following Jamal Charles' spew of injuries last year, his speed actually went all the way down to an 88. So at this point, Christine Michael is actually faster than Jamal Charles, which is actually making me hesitant to even keep Jamal Charles in the lineup. I might even try to retrade him for another key piece in our defense, another key piece in our offense. I really don't know. I haven't come to complete terms with it yet. But right here, so we're up by 3. We're going to try to put some more points on the board here as we finally have an opportunity to kind of create a 2-possession lead, something that we have not had an opportunity to do this whole entire game. So right here, we're going to throw it down the left sideline to Odell Beckham Jr. He's going to move down to the opposing team's 18-yard line. So we're, of course, going to try to continue move downfield. We're looking over the middle here. And right there, you see R1 is open, and that is going to be Jaquaylin Russell. This guy has unbelievable agility. His ability to just kind of switch directions without much speed decrease is phenomenal. Probably one of the best on the team. So it's very possible that he will take over Emmanuel Sanders' slot spot because his ability just to move left and right without any change in speed is it's so fun to play with. But of course, the Giants here are going to do whatever they can to move back down the field and put themselves back into contention to win this game. So right here, you see they're moving down, filled with some ferocity. We're not doing a very good job defensively here to keep them off the board. I think that was the biggest thing. Our defense didn't perform that well this game. I would say that's the biggest issue. I felt like in a game where we're going up against Mike Glennon, we should have done much better, at least with stopping the passing game, but we didn't do a very good job there. We've always done a great job stopping the running game. The passing game has always been our biggest issue. As right here, they're going to get another passing/receiving touchdown to actually bring it in within 3 points. And if that's not bad enough, they're going to get another opportunity here following us having to punt the ball away, but it's not that big of an issue. As right here, Pat Pete's going to cut that slant route and manage to make it our possession once again. So that series of possessions resulted in us getting a field goal, and because of that, they had to throw a Hail Mary to try to tie it up. That is going to be unsuccessful, and we are going to walk out of here with a 34-28 victory. Another really tight game, really close one there. Odell came back. He didn't do a very great job, but luckily we had Kevin White to kind of lead that receiving core. If you guys enjoyed, please click like comment below. Make sure to comment your opinion of this series and what I could do to make it more interesting in the comment section below. And make sure to subscribe if you have not already to stay tuned to this series and other series I got coming on my channel. Thank you guys so much for all your support and just for watching this series for such a long time. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.